Hey everybody, it's me, V the Sepia Scholar, and I'm dropping in for a quick live before they do the Married at First Sight. Um, was it the reunion? Lord, they had decision day, so I think it's the reunion. But anyways, whatever the follow up is, the Married at First Sight. So I'm gonna come on here. I know it's Wednesday at 8 o'clock. I hope this video finds you happy, blessed, loved, all that good stuff. Shout out to the replay gang. I wanted to go over Love is Blind, the dumpster fire that is Love is Blind, season 3. I know that episodes 8 through 10 dropped today, and before I went and watched those, I wanted to get a quick video out about things that I've seen in episode 5 through 7. I'm going to hit you with the highlights. It's a rant, not a review, so I'm not going to go blow by blow. And I think I'm going to change it up a little bit and go couple by couple. I'm going to hit the highlights of what I remember. But guys, I'm thinking, I've heard people say this, and I'm thinking I'm going to agree that they should record all the seasons simultaneously or back to back and then air them, because I feel like people are coming on here for clout and fame, and knowing that basically they're pairing up and proposing to people in order to get past the pods. And the worse the better. And the people that they paired in this thing is a hot mess. There's only one couple, which is a surprising couple, that I think may make it through to the end. And I don't even like them like that. So either way, let's go ahead and jump into it. It's Love is Blind season 3, episodes 5 through 7. A rant. So you know what my motto is on this channel, what we learning today. And what we learning today is what we learning today, shout out to the replay game, is that both these people are super trash. You want to know who these people are? They're Bartice and Cole. They're dressed nice. They look clean. They look put together. They're super young. And I think that people, I don't know why they let them on the show. First of all, I ain't gonna lie. I got married at, I think, like 26. And so I probably thought I was grown too. But these are men. Men are different. They took their ass on the show at 27, and I forgot how the hell old Cole is. I cannot stand Cole. Remember, I called him the children's youth ministry teacher up at the non-denominational church. Yeah, him. Either way, I can't stand him. And Bartice is one of those that looks amazing on paper, and you get it at home, you like, I wish I had a receipt for this shit. So both of them are basura, trash, fatra, all the languages that I speak, trash. And I'm going to talk about each couple to explain why I feel this way about them. Their characters, at least. I don't know these people in real life. Let me put my banner on the bottom. Let me know what you have been thinking about the show so far. Let me know who's your favorite couples, who you think are going to make it, who's not going to make it. But as far as I'm concerned, these two are super duper trash. I don't know. Either way, moving right along. The other thing I was laughing about, because they were talking about it before I take it out off my face, why they say Alexa and Khloe Kardashian got the same damn face? What y'all think? Do you guys think they resemble? Do you know that they're calling Alexa plus size and she's 5'7" and 150? Y'all let that sink in a little bit. Pretty much the average American is being called plus size on this show. I know the camera adds pounds. Believe me, I know. But they do highly resemble. I can't unsee it now. It's super crazy. I can't unsee it. But go check out Khloe's before pictures, and it definitely looks like they could be like she's the lost Kardashian sister. You know, maybe that's OJ's other daughter. But if you know, you know what I'm talking about. But anyways, let's get into the show. Let me stop clowning. Let me go couple by couple. But I'm gonna say these two dudes are the worst thing walking on this show. They're both trash. Basura, fatra, trash. Whatever language you speak. So far, this show proves that love is not only not blind, it very much can see. It wears glasses, bifocals. Obviously, attraction matters in love, and this show proves it totally. Those two guys who I showed, I'm gonna just keep showing them. They came on a show who said to say that they don't care about looks and they want to pick somebody for their personality, then promptly met the women that they proposed to and said that they didn't look good enough for them, even though these women look perfectly fine and they want to go for the ladies that they didn't choose based on their looks. So the whole premise of the show is in the trash. So let's go couple by couple because, as I told you, I'm gonna do a quick live before Married at First Sight starts, and I'm not doing the live for Married at First Sight. It's way too long. I'll jump on here and talk about it later. So let's start off with the couples. So this is the most boring couple on the planet, probably because they don't have any drama. We have Alexa and Brennan, and what happened in this episode with them is the highlights for me is that Brennan met Alexa's family, and they seem to be filthy, stinking rich. And he comes from a less fortunate background. He said he lived in places where he didn't have lights and air conditioner, and but he really likes his girl. He really wants to be with her. They introduced her to the dad. The dad was fine, though. I ain't gonna lie, daddy was fine. And he said my daughter doesn't need to be married to a chump, and that I hope you have enough money to take care of her because she's used to the finer things in life. And they argued back and forth for a few minutes about whether he had a car, and it was semantics. I guess Brennan has an SUV, so he told the people he didn't have a car, and it was all weird. It didn't make any sense. The other thing I noticed was that Alexa seems to be trying to change Brennan from his beautiful cowboy hat, cowboy boot wearing self to a city guy. That's what it seems like she wants. She wants him to be more flashy, match her fly. But I think Brennan is good the way that he is. You should not try to change somebody. I mean, you can buy them outfits. You can do whatever you want to do, but making somebody try to change their whole style and personality probably isn't going to work. It's probably not the one for you. And Alexa has a little bit of mean girl in her. The way she talks to him is super duper crazy. The way her family talks was super, super crazy. But what I noticed about them is that I think Alexa asked him for a prenup, and he was all in. He said he would sign the prenup without looking at it because he just want to be with her. That sounds good, fella. That sounds good. But in real life, let me see. He's 32. His parents ain't teach him nothing. I can't. Some of these people don't even have parents, so I'm not sure who taught who what. But yeah, no. At least protect your assets. Make sure she doesn't end up with all your shit before she walks off, and everybody show up with and leave what they came, which is usually what the prenup is for. But he said he didn't have to read it to sign it. So they ain't pull a Todd and Candy, and he ain't stutter stepping. They ain't pull a Nate and Stasia, or Nate say, "You don't trust the brother?" No, I don't. Sign your shit. He said he was sign it sight unseen. So he's really into her. I have a very sneaky feeling that she is not into him, y'all. I don't know. But either way, this the boring couple, kind of like the Danielle and Nick. Except I actually like these people, sort of kind of. Danielle and Nick got on my nerves. That's about it for them. Moving right along. I told you guys this live was gonna be quick. Who do I want to? Oh, the other people are such dumpster fires. Okay, let me go ahead and do Matt and Colleen. Matt and Colleen. So you guys, Matt looks good. I think he's gonna be super hurt when he realized he was what was behind door number 3. He was not the first choice. 2 doors were slammed in Colleen's face before she ended up choosing Matt. A lot of focus of this episode was, these episodes were Cole actually went to Colleen and said, "You're the one that I would be attracted to if we were in real life." I'm like, we're in real life right now, but if you like it, I love it. He kind of hits on Colleen. Colleen wasn't really entertaining it, but she did let him talk too long. She should have shut it down. And Matt lost it. If you remember, Matt's first love actually got pregnant by another dude, so and then left him. So he has super duper trust issues. And so every time Colleen is used to people giving her attention, whether it be good or bad. That's why when they were in the pods, she kept emphasizing the fact that she was a ballet dancer because she wanted the dudes to know that she was flexible and she could do a split on that D. And that's one of the things that pulls guys in for her. So she's used to getting attention no matter what. And Matt has been cheated on and is insanely jealous. And he showed out, y'all. First of all, when the both of them drink, they both start acting up and they smash and then they go to fighting. They go to fighting and Matt gets enraged. He seems to have an anger issue and he went like the Scooby Doo detective agency trying to figure out if Colleen was actually entertaining Cole when he came at her. So he went and asked Cole. He believed everybody but her, asked other people what happened. And I kind of blame Colleen because she told a partial of the story to try to clean up to make her look good, but she didn't really do anything wrong. So she didn't have to do all that. So it made it seem like she was lying. But where it culminated was um, Matt ended up flipping out because instead of coming home to the apartment to be with him, Colleen went to the club till 2 in the morning. And he said, I can't be married to a woman like that. Instead of coming home to me, she lied and she went to the club and he hulked up. He went to acting up. He went to go packing his shit. And Bartisa, of all people, said, don't leave. Don't do this. I'm like, so you fighting for his love, but not for your love. Bartise just doesn't like Nancy. The other part, which was shady, Bartise is so shady. Bartise acts like Nancy is the ugliest thing he ever seen because he busted up and was like, you should be happy you and her met in the pods, chose each other, and you're actually attracted to her even outside the pods. I wish I was lucky like that. I wish I had someone like her. I'm like, my God, why is he acting like Nancy is the dog face girl? I don't understand what's going on in these streets. I just think that Nancy is too old for Bartise. Bartise and his old kid and play fade thinks he's cuter than he actually is. And I don't think the value that he thinks he has in this dating market is what it actually is. He's 25. He's alluded to the fact that he don't have no damn money. He's very immature. And they hooked him up with a 32-year-old woman. I don't know what the hell they was thinking. But either way, Matt gonna end up whooping Colleen's ass because she doesn't know how to stay home and he has a jealousy problem. We need to split these two stacked. All right, let's move on to the next couple. Let's do. Ooh, God, Bartise is so trash. Let's leave the two trash people for the end. Let's do SK and Raven. So believe it or not, Raven kind of redeemed her Pilates self in these episodes because Raven, if I remember reading the bio when I first started learning about these people, and Raven did say she wanted somebody smart and who was responsible and could take care of her. So she knew what she came here for. And what was funny about it is I think that's why she chose SK, because SK is a data engineer, but both of them had a gotcha for each other. So one thing I was proud of Raven for, Raven actually Bartise ran up on Raven to try to say, hey, we look good together. We would be the couple that would be out in the streets. We'd be hot and we would want each other and everybody would want us. So Bartise actually cares about looks, how they look to each other and how they look to other people. That's what Bartise is on. So Raven was like, I didn't choose you in the pods and I wouldn't choose you now. What would we talk about? Only thing we have in common is fitness and looking good. And I want a love that's deeper than that. So she stood by her man, SK. And then it alluded to the fact that they smashed too, because the next day they were more lovey-dovey. They showed Raven without no makeup, Jesus. Oh my God. But anyway, we're not going. She pretty. Okay, look. So they ran into a couple of obstacles. I'm gonna call them that. So, but what I liked is that SK took I remember part. Raven is pretty much not self-sufficient at all. She couldn't even make coffee, but I don't know how I can figure out how to brew coffee, but I don't drink coffee, so that makes sense. But she couldn't even use a Keurig. It was lost, but it was super. She was lost, but it was super funny when they acted like the Keurig started working at once she walked off or whatever. But Raven's all in for learning the Nigerian culture. It was funny how SK was trying to pronounce the words and it sounded like he was whitewashing the words, like he's Nigerian and he couldn't say the words himself. I was around a lot of Nigerians when I was in school. I saw the culture. I know those men don't play about their women, and when they get you, they take care of you. So Raven know what she was doing. She figured out in the pods that this man's probably going to take care of her. So that's how the plot thickens. So he took Raven to go meet his Nigerian mama, who SK mama's so beautiful. I don't know, something about her. I love Nigerian people, so something about her was just stunning to me. And she was so hospitable. She welcomed Raven in, said you could be a part of my family, and that's when Raven kind of dropped the they try to get her to eat the fufu. If you ever have fufu, it's really, really good. And she was like, "Can I eat it with a fork? Do I have to use my hands? Do I eat all of it? I don't eat all this food." You know, she was being extra about it, but she did it, and they really, really humored her. And but what was crazy about it is the mom was like, "We like both sides of the family to like each other," and she said that her family wouldn't be involved. So Raven kind of explained that although she's biracial, she grew up with the unmelanated people. And her doing this had political and cultural ramifications. Read between the lines. It seems like Raven prefers melanated men like SK, and her family is not going for it. And that's why they're not on this show. So the mother said, "We'll take you in," all that good stuff. Great. So that's one thing they ran into. The other thing they ran into is SK met her friends, and the friends were shady, boy. They would say, "Oh, basically, first of all, they don't know anything about Nigerian women." They were like, "Oh, she's not going to be this docile Nigerian woman who's home washing your clothes, cooking your food. Have you met Nigerian women? They're way more ambitious and go-getters than they don't just sit at home and birth babies." Like, Raven, what the hell is y'all talking about? And the friends were talking about that SK would not be able to take care of her because she has very high standards of living, and that their friend was about to dog out SK because she might not even be home when he get home. So if that's what he's looking for, but I know SK was looking for something non-black the entire time. He said in the beginning, he said on on the dating apps, he has problems because they care about race. SK wanted a non-Nigerian girl to bring home who looked like Raven. So he's in heaven. What happens when you do something like this, SK? SK ran into the truth. So SK brought his ass on this show, knowing that he got a full ride scholarship, I believe, to Berkeley. And he's going to be in school for the next 2 years. So he said their marriage is going to be long distance. Their marriage is going to be long distance, and he has to reduce his spending to that of a student in order to get through it. And it's like, SK, why did you come on here to get a wife if you knew that you weren't going to have any money to take care of her? And you had to go to school for 2 more years. Well, Raven hit him with the big tee he and said, "Well, guess what? I'm not going to marry a man if my quality of life is going to go down and it's not going to be better. So in order to be with me, gotta have a job if you want to be with me. No romance without finance, okay? No romance without finance." She told SK that in order for him to be with her, he has to, even though he's going to be living in a whole nother place, he has to pay half her rent in order for her to marry him, because she need to come up on the marriage. So SK agreed. So he said, "I got savings. I'm gonna go ahead and pay for half your rent." So SK knows in order to get the Instagram girl, which that's what she's supposed to look like. In order to get the Instagram girl, he was gonna have to come out of his pockets. So SK, who has no money and is about to be a grad student, I've been there, done that. You're super broke when you're in grad school. You're broke. And he's gonna use his savings to take care of his wife, who lives in a whole nother state, in order for Raven to marry him. You see how I'm not mad at it all the way, because I'm all about men providing and stuff, but they are gonna be a tradition. But then he said he didn't want a traditional couple because his family was polyamorous, polygamy, and he saw how it actually works, and he doesn't want to do that. So hopefully they'll get it all worked out, but it looks like this couple might actually work. They might actually work, y'all. All right. So let's go back to this one of these trash bag of peoples. Let's do Cole. Cole. Cole and Zaynab. Cole. Well, Zaynab made the mistake of asking Cole to rate her, and I think he said she was a 7 out of, or maybe a 9 out of 10, but Colleen was a 10 out of 10. She played herself asking him that because Colleen, let me show you if you don't know who the hell that is. Colleen and Cole even got matching names. I guess they the new Shane and Shayna. Look like they would go more together. But Cole, his parents don't want nothing to do with this process either, but for a different reason. They said they're super religious. They don't agree with how he's getting engaged. They don't believe in them shacking up before they get married, and they basically banished that man. And he said he felt like Christianity was supposed to bring people together, not make people spread apart based on religion and spirituality. But Cole is not attracted to Zaynab. He said he knew that she didn't look how he thought she was gonna look because based on the name, you don't see much blonde hair, blue eyed girl's named Zaynab. But it kind of got cleared up because when Cole would, like I said, Cole's family doesn't want to meet her. But when he went to go meet her family, which consisted of her stepmother, you find out that Zaynab, both of her biological parents passed away, and the parent that has been there for her has been her stepmother or whatever. And she basically accepted Cole and prayed for him. But it all makes sense now. Zaynab was probably raised Caucasian, and her entire life she's been the brown girl out. And so she feels out of the way, and her Cole keep making comments about how she looks is not helping her already low self-esteem or whatever. And then the other thing was they went to Cole's apartment. Oh my God. It was like Joe's apartment. It was nasty. It was dirty, clothes everywhere. And she was like, at least it doesn't smell. This lady wants to be with somebody so bad that she will accept anything. There was flies in the toilet. When he went to her house, or they went to a new apartment, whatever it was, he laid around on the ground and she made a slick comment. I know you're not used to carpet and couches. I know you're not used to this type of living. Like Zaynab nitpicks the hell out of Cole. And Cole keeps telling everybody that Colleen is his type. And as I said, Cole went to Colleen to let her know that she was his actual type. And she feels like that she would be the one that he would hit on in a bar. And it got back to Nancy. And Nancy was in a bar, shit-faced drunk, telling Andrew the serial killer, but he fine to me. The Asian dude, Andrew, all about how she got tried by Cole. Like I said, Andrew's fine. He got mad swag. He's intelligent, makes money, all that good stuff. But Nancy didn't want him, and I know why, because he mostly talked about his travel and didn't talk about himself. And then she didn't see this, but he did those fake teardrops to pretend like he was having an emotional moment about Nancy. But Andrew was sitting there with the Birdman hands like, oh, tell me about how your relationship is jacked up. Because he wants Nancy. He saw an opening. Women don't do that. That man will pretend to be your friend, see an opening, and then pounce. But maybe Nancy might, don't save her. She don't want to be saved. She might want to be saved because Cole is treating her like hot garbage. And he's letting her know every 5 minutes that he doesn't think she's attractive. So, last but not least, before we go into, well, I'm not gonna watch Married at First Sight live. That thing is 2 hours. I got things to do. So, last but not least, I think him and Cole are competing. One second. Sorry, people. All right. Anyways, so let's go to this dude Cole and Bartiz seem to be competing with being trash. So we have Nancy and Bartiz. So Like I said, I was gonna go couple by couple. In the episodes 5 through 7, it was so much shenanigans, it didn't even make sense. First of all, Bartice continues to tell Nancy that she is not really what he goes for, and he tells her that Raven, if you don't know who Raven is smoking hot, and that's who he went for. So in front of everybody, Bartice shot his shot at Raven, asking how she was with SK or whatever. And Bartice does not want to be with this lady. He made a comment that he'll fall in love with somebody and they'll be all in love, and then all of a sudden he'll lose all the feelings and he'll start treating them bad. So he's already laying a plan so he can get rid of Nancy. First of all, Nancy is way older than him. He ain't have no business dealing with this lady. He's not ready for her at all. So Bartice went to go meet Nancy's family, and boy, Nancy family looked like Nancy, but I'm not gonna go there. The mom is a bail bondsman, and she said she could tell about criminals and when they lie, and she's gonna back up Nancy no matter what. Basically, don't come over here with the bullshit. Don't come over here and mess with my daughter if you're not gonna tell her you love her. The brothers start asking him all types of questions, asking Bartice if he would still love her if she um went to 400 pounds. He was like, at least he told the truth. He was like, I don't know if I would love her. I would have to catch her before she gets there. We're gonna have to work out together because I would not be sexually attracted to her if she was 400 pounds or whatever. And he did tell the truth about that. But he started laying the groundwork. I don't even remember how the hell this came up. But unaliving babies, read between the lines, came up. The A word. Were they arguing? Roe versus Wade came up. So Nancy is a speech pathologist and she works with a lot of special needs children and families. And she said she saw how it breaks up. So breaks up the families because they have to go through a whole bunch with the kid, and it's tough on marriages. So she said if she found out early that her kid was going to be special needs, that she would probably get rid of it. That set off Bartice, who didn't like her ass anyway. And he was like, he doesn't care if the kid is differently able, if he's LGBTQ, he just wants to love on the baby. So that was the first thing he did. First, he tried to holler at Raven, and he let her know he was trying to holler at Raven right in front of her. Then he starts telling the family that if she get big, he not going to be attracted. He ain't here for it. Then he asked her about, I guess I could say the word is 28 minutes in, abortions. I don't know why the hell we on here talking about abortions. When we supposed to be trying to fall in love and get to the aisle. He knew that his family didn't like that type of stuff. So when she went to go meet the family, she was all in there. She was wearing her bougie dress, looking cute. You know, you're supposed to look good for the mom and everything, and the family and the sister and the dad. And the first thing that he brought up was, oh yeah, she believes in abortion. And apparently the family is very against it. And they went to riding. The sister started crying, saying, you know, all children are a blessing and all this other stuff. So it turned on her that way. Then, like I said, Bartice basically went with her to go meet her people. And that's when he found out that Nancy has a bunch of, because, you know, she flipped properties too, has a bunch of properties with her ex-man. And then so he started fussing about that. Then they went back to the apartment and Bartice just stopped talking to her. He basically said he don't like her no more. The family don't like her. He want to be with Raven, even though Raven shot him down. And then to put the nail in the coffin, because I said this is gonna be a rant and it was gonna be quick. Put the nail in the coffin. He pretty much was like, "Oh, once the magic is gone, it's gone." He didn't want to didn't want to lay up with her anymore, do anything with her. And when he gets a call from Matt, and Matt saying he's leaving Colleen and he's packing up, and he, like I said, he makes a big spectacle saying that Matt ought to be grateful that he has somebody that he's attracted to. He wish he could be that lucky. Y'all, look at this lady. Look at this lady. Does she look like dog face girl to y'all? But I think he's gonna continue to shoot his shot. But this show is messed up because half these couples don't even need. I think they might be contractually obligated to go down to the aisle to say if they're gonna get married or not. But majority of these couples are not even. They shouldn't even be there anymore. Matt and Colleen need to break it up because he gonna end up whipping her ass. Cole is not attracted to Zaynab at all. He wants Colleen. Of course, this dumpster fire, Nancy and Bartiz, they don't believe in the same thing in regards to children. They don't believe the same thing in money because she doesn't believe in debt and Bartiz got debt. He don't like how she looked, and he's gonna keep trying to shoot his shot at Raven. And Nancy has Andrew pining for her, but she said she's glad she didn't choose him still, even after all this stuff with Bartiz. Oh, and she told Bartiz, even after he said all that stuff, I would still marry you now. I want you. I said you were setting yourself up for the kill. Oh my God. And Brennan and Alexa, something about her ain't right. I don't think they should be together. Believe it or not, the couple that I feel like should get to the end, because both of them know what they want. SK wants an Instagram model, and Raven want that bag. It's a match made in heaven. And then she probably could wait the 2 years and do her thing while he does his thing. And they seem, even though the first episode made it seem like they didn't like each other at all, they seem like each other enough to smash. So they should totally, I think that couple, SK and Raven, should be the couple that makes it down the aisle. Let me know what you think. I told you it was going to be a quick video. Thank you so much for joining me. Do me a favor if you haven't done it yet. Help me out. Like the video. Thank you for joining me for this Love is Blind Season 3, Episode 5 through 7 rant. Now we got to get through episodes 8 through 10. I'll be back with a video for that. Thank you so much for everybody who's been supporting my channel. With that being said, I'm about to run off to go watch Married at First Sight. Just not with y'all, because it's super long. You guys love the Ready to Love lives, but that Married at First Sight one is just way too long. If you don't have, everybody's a hot commodity and probably have a date on Friday nights, but I'm going live with my friends to talk about divorce and dating. Please come join me. Hit the notification button so you don't miss it. With that being said, love who loves you. May God bless you with everything that you need. And the Sepia Scholar is what? Out.